Before I start today's video, I want to show you this adorable little coffee glass. This has nothing to do with the video, but look how cute. Oh my god, and it has a little lid. I'll have the Etsy link in the description. And look at the straw. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, now you know. You guys, today I want to talk about some handbags that I think you should buy instead of a Chanel Classic Flap.
So until then, just wait.
If this is your first time ever seeing me, then hello, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Kenzie and I make a lot of videos on luxury handbags, luxury fashion, travel, but mostly handbags. I love those a lot. So if any of that sounds fun to you, if you like the idea, then I would ask you to consider clicking the subscribe button and give this video a like and ding the little bell down there so you're notified every time I upload. And without any further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. With the ever increasing price increases and the diminishing stock that Chanel has, a lot of people are finding it more difficult to get their hands on that sweet, sweet Classic Flap. But we're in 2022 and I don't know, do people actually care that much about the Classic Flap anymore? I'm gonna say yes, that they do still care. However, I think that there are a few bags are just as good a quality as a Chanel Classic Flap and that you should buy instead of the Chanel Classic Flap. I've got 6 bags here on my list, and starting with number 6, I have the Bulgari Serpenti bag. This bag is one of the cutest things that I've ever seen. I just watched Cassie Thorpe unbox her Bulgari bag in collaboration with Casablanca, and it is just so freaking cute. I love it to pieces, but just the Bulgari Serpenti bag just in general is so cute. It's very classic. It's one of the most classic designs from the house of Bulgari. All these bags that I'm going to talk about today are going to be relatively classic in the certain fashion house, just because the Chanel Classic Flap is Chanel's most classic bag, so obviously I kind of have to talk about classic bags in other fashion houses. But the Serpenti bag is like the bag that you think of when you think of Bulgari. It's got a little snake head on the front. I see it every time I go to the mall and I really like it. It's so freaking cute. A few months ago I saw like a iridescent kind of like multicolored one. Oh my, I would have bought that, but I definitely could not at the time. It was like $3,000 and I can't do that, but it was so amazing. And I think that the quality on the Bulgari bags are just top notch, genuinely much better than Chanel. Chanel's quality, in my opinion, has just gone over the past years, you know. The pricing is still going up and up and up on these bags, but the quality is going down and down. It's the same situation that I kind of feel is what's happening with Louis Vuitton as well. The pricing is just getting exorbitant and the quality is a bit on the decline. So my first pick is 1,000,000% the Bulgari Serpenti bag. I think you can't go wrong with that. Number 5 on my list, and we're actually going to stay in the house of Chanel with this one, but I think that you should get a Chanel 19 bag or a Chanel Trendy CC. I love them both so much. I actually, when I was first starting to make these fashion handbag videos, I said that I didn't like either. I said that the only bag from Chanel that I liked was the Classic Flap. And you know what? I think that was just me being very ignorant. I do like them both. I think personally I like the Chanel 19 more than the Trendy, only because I like how puffy it is and I like the puffy bags. It's really cute to me. But I think that you couldn't go wrong with either one of them. I think that the Chanel 19 bag is going to be more casual. I think that whatever color that you get on that, unless you get black and gold, but still it's a puffy kind of quilted texture, so I do think that it leans more on the casual side. And then the Trendy CC I think leans more on the elegant, more dressed up side, if that makes any sense. But I do also think that you can dress down a Trendy. I probably wouldn't dress up a Chanel 19 personally, only because the vibe that the Chanel 19 gives is like a tiny bit edgy, you know, with the big chunky chain, but also kind of like free and young and fun. So I would probably keep the Chanel 19 as a casual bag, and then the Trendy as more of a nighttime dinner bag, a work bag, something like that. But I just think both are so great, and I think the quality on both of these are really good compared to the Classic Flap. I've actually been seeing more people lean towards the Chanel 19 and the Trendy CC over the Classic Flap for these past few months. I'm not saying the Classic Flap is dead, that's never going to happen. But I do think that people are starting to like realize, hey listen, I can get better quality in Chanel if I just go to these ones and not the Classic Flap. I still have the Chanel name, I still have the Chanel branding, but I'm just gonna get these ones instead. Number 4 on my list is going to be the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag. This one is probably going to be the most expensive comparison to the Chanel 19. I should have said this before, but all of the bags that I talk about today are going to be in the price point of the Chanel Classic Flap or below. Mostly all of them are going to be below the price point of the Classic Flap because the only other bag house that can get close to a Classic Flap price is Hermes, and even the Hermes bag that I have on this list is less expensive than the Classic Flap, so we're not even getting close to Classic Flap pricing in this list, except for maybe the Capucines. But I really think the Louis Vuitton Capucines bag is such a good option. This is one of Louis Vuitton's most classic bags, and it is so classy, so beautiful. They have so many different colors, fabrics, and leathers and everything. There is just so much to choose from when it comes to this bag. This is probably their most expensive bag line as well. I know that you can get these in different types of exotics, like exotic leathers. It's just great, and they've become so popular that right now they're kind of hard to find in the store. I think you kind of have to ask an SA sales associate to look at the Capucines bag. I know that they'll have some just on the display, but for like especially the mini ones like the Capucines BB or the Capucines Mini, you have to kind of ask to be shown those. The quality on those are absolutely insane. They're so beautiful, and that is never going out of style. The Capucines bag is like the Classic Flap where it's not going out of style. No one's ever gonna see you and go, oh my god, you're carrying a Capucines bag, why? Like, absolutely not. It is going to be always a very classy bag. It's going to be always a very sought after bag, you know? I do definitely think that if you're in the market for Chanel Classic Flap, definitely look at the Capucines as well, because you could find one that you just fall in love with, and it would probably save you around $2,000, $3,000 depending on which Capucines you choose. Unless you go for super exotic leathers, then that would probably put you at a Chanel Classic Flap price point, or maybe even a little above. Number 3 on my list here, I have a Hermes bag, and it is the Hermes Kelly On The Go, which looks like this. And it's one of my favorite bags from Hermes. I love this bag. If I just had the money available, I would 1,000,000% get a Kelly On The Go. It's basically wallet on chain situation. I know that Jessie Lou has one of these in the gold on gold, and it's just so beautiful, and every time I see it on Pinterest or on Instagram, I'm just like, ooh, that's beautiful. It's just so nice, you know? This one is going to be relatively very small compared to the other ones we've talked about today, and compared to the Classic Flap. The Classic Flap doesn't, especially the small ones. The medium you can get a decent amount of stuff into, but the small Classic Flap is very small. You can't fit too much in there, and I think that it's comparable to what you can probably fit into the Kelly On The Go. Maybe the Kelly On The Go fits a tiny bit less than the Classic Flap. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen one in person, but I just think they're so great. I think they're adorable, and I also think that if you're into Hermes, this one would also be a really good first entry bag as well. And I'm going to put in the Picotin as well. I think that the Hermes Picotin is so cute. It's grown on me over these past couple of months, you guys. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a bucket bag. I don't care, it's a bucket bag. But it's grown on me so much. I keep seeing it online. I see it on, I was gonna say TikTok. I don't ever see it on TikTok, but I see it on Instagram. I see it on YouTube, and I really am starting to like it. It's really cute, you guys, and if you're into the bucket bag, hobo bag type of situation, then I think that you would also love the Picotin. It holds so much more than the Kelly On The Go, because the Kelly On The Go is like a wallet on chain. The Picotin is like an actual bag. So I think that if you're someone that likes the Hermes brand but doesn't want to spend 10K for a Birkin and don't want to spend nearly 10K for a Classic Flap, then I think the Picotin is such a good option as well. Number 2 on my list here, I have a couple of options, but I have them both in the house of Fendi, and I have a Fendi baguette and a Fendi First. I think that they're both amazing, amazing bags. I think the Fendi baguette is such a classic. I mean, it is. It is like the most classic of classic bags for the Fendi house. I think that the Fendi baguette is one of my favorite bags right now. I do not have one. I really want one, and I don't have a Fendi store near me, so I can't go see it in person, but I really want to just order one just to try it and see. But I know that I would love it, so I wouldn't return it. And I don't know if I can't really do that right now at the moment. I'm trying to save up a little bit, but I really like the bag a lot. It's so great. It's so fun. It's kind of like a jack of all trades bag, you know? It kind of has like a puffy texture, so it's great for the summertime. It's got more dark tones, so it'd be really good for the winter time as well. It's really just a great bag in my opinion, and I really like it. I like the monogram Fendi baguette, but if you want to stick with leather, because the Chanel Classic Flap is leather, then I would get with the leather ones. I think they have leather Fendi baguettes as well, and they're a little bit more expensive, but they are leather, so there's that. I think that they're amazing. And also the Fendi First I think is really good. Definitely not as much of a classic as the Fendi baguette is. However, I think that the First is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I think that it is definitely very hyped up, and I think that people are still loving it and buying it and getting their wear out of it. I know that Cassie Thorpe has a Fendi First, and it's really cute. Hers is fabric, I think, actually. Hers isn't even leather. I'm not super into clutches. I like to be hands-free normally, but it has a big old strap, which I love. So I definitely love this bag. I want to get one of these at some point. I don't know where I would wear this, because this is definitely a very fancy bag. I think that you could totally get away with wearing it casual if you get like a fabric one, or if you get just like a black one or something, but I don't know, these ones seem to be very fancy to me, but I still think the quality is great. I have heard that some people have an issue with the closure, like the F closure, because you have to open it up, put your stuff inside, and then close it like this. So I have heard some issues with that in particular, but that's the only issue that I've heard with the Fendi First. I think it just depends, but I think the Fendi baguette and the Fendi First are great options instead of a classic flap if you're wanting to go down that route. And you guys, my number one pick for the bag I think you should get instead of a Chanel Classic Flap is going to be none other than the Lady Dior bag. I think that you should completely get the Lady Dior bag if you're going to get a classic bag. The Lady Dior is one of my favorite bags of all time. I do have one in here. I would have brought it out, but my husband's still sleeping. But I love the Lady Dior. It is such a classic. It's never going anywhere. It's been around for not as long as the Classic Flap has been around, but it's been around for a very long time. And it's been loved and fawned over by so many people. And I wish that the Lady Dior's held their value more, because if they did, and I really hope that this year is going to be like the year for the Lady Dior. I really hope that, because I love mine and I wear it not all the time. I have been wearing mine a little more often as of late because it's getting into like summertime. This bag is just amazing. I love it. It is a little bit delicate. I have a full review on like my classic flap. I'll link that up here or up here and in the description. And I also have a review comparing my Lady Dior with my YSL puffer bag, so you can see the differences there. They're both lambskin, so I'll have that linked in the description as well. But I just think that the Lady Dior is such an amazing bag. I think doesn't matter what size you get, except for the micro. Unless you're wanting a micro bag, I wouldn't do that. It's very expensive and you can fit like a few cards and a key, and it's very small. But the small, maybe even the mini, if you're someone that really doesn't carry that much, then even the mini could be good for you. It has a cute little chain strap. But I have the small. Mine's the ABC Lady Dior, and I love my small one so much. It's one of my favorite bags that I own, and I think that you cannot go wrong with the Lady Dior. She's never going out of style. She's such a classic, and you can wear this bag every single day. I think that the Lady Dior is one of the perfect bags to dress up or dress down. If you got it in like all black with the matte black hardware, I think that's super casual. Gold hardware and like the light gold champagne hardware is more fancy to me, but still, if you got like a cute color, like if you got it in like a pastel yellow, or if you got it in like a sage green, or like just a fun color, it's very casual. But if you got it in like a black or like a darker color with gold hardware, you could immediately dress it up to wear for dinner or date night or whatever. I just think it's so versatile, and you can wear it as a top handle, you can wear it as a crossbody. I just love the Lady Dior so much, and that's why it's my number one pick. It definitely is up there in price. I think the small lady Dior right now is $5,300, so it's very expensive. It's still like $3,500 less expensive than the classic flaps. So I don't know, take that with what you will, and I really hope that you enjoyed my list, you guys. If you did, then go ahead and click up the like button for me and subscribe if you want to, and ding the little bell down there so that you're notified every time I upload. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what bag that you think that you should get instead of a classic flap. Let me know what bags you already have. Let me know if you have a classic flap. Just leave me a comment down below letting me know anything, because I want to know that. And you guys, again, I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!